Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you guys?
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam. Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Hi, Alhamdulillah.
Hi.
Okay, so I need to open my Talimsi first. I want to give you the attendance. All right. Yeah, Talimsi down. Okay, so for the, I think, first 30 minutes today, what I'm going to do now is actually looking at your Instagram. Okay, I think some of you want to ask me about how to increase your followers whatsoever. Okay. How is your Instagram going on? Have you received 100 followers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, compared to last semester assignment, last semester assignment is actually much easier to get followers because when it comes to last semester, it's talking about SDG, more on content creation and so on. So that one is actually basically on softsell. Softsell means information, something that people want to see lah. But with regards to this assignment, it's going to be a little bit harder to get 100 followers because you are selling something. Okay. So it is very important when it comes to selling something, you need to balance with the soft sell part. Okay. So if you only put a lot of hard sell, so people kind of like afraid to follow your Instagram, unless if you have your friends to support you. That one is the other thing lah. But when it comes to strangers wanting to follow you, that is very the software is going to actually help you a lot lah. I don't know why Talimsi is kind of down. So okay lah. For today's standards, I'm just looking at the what you call it, the list, the gym attendance. Cannot open, I don't know why. The only portal that we need to rely on cannot function. I think it's better to use iTaklim, previous iTaklim, that they are much more stable.
It's not working, ma'am.
Yeah.
For me, it's also.
Sorry. Okay, anyone wants to ask anything about Instagram before I proceed with the what you call it, the research part? I think I already teach you everything, kan?
Assalamualaikum, Madam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Madam, we posted some videos, story, and other posts in our Instagram, but we are not sure how was that.
Okay.
But we try a lot.
Okay. I think your what is your name? What is your Instagram name?
Yeah, Deshi Bujun.
Yeah, you are the one who actually do a lot of videos, eh?
Yeah, we try a lot, Madam, but you can see which one is better. Please mark that one.
Okay. So if you want to ask me with regards to your Instagram, you can ask me now. This one I'm looking for through Interact. Interact also, I'm actually the one who actually manage it. So you can see this is me and also my students, undergraduate students, managing this Interact. And as you can see, this is hard sell. This is soft sell, the thing that I posted. So this is hard sell. Okay. This is this is teaser. So you can can make it like this lah. So what we are, I'm just going to share my strategy. I get after 2 weeks I get 100 followers since scratch. Meaning that from zero, and most of our followers not just coming from the student that actually do this business, but also coming from outside entrepreneurs as well, and not just coming from this Entrep Week entrepreneurs only. So we have for about like 16 groups. So basically the 16 followers are coming from our entrepreneurs. Okay. From me and also my students, the one who actually managing this Instagram is actually 10%, 10 people. Okay, 10 people. This is but what we did is that we post 2 hard sell, one soft sell, or 2 soft sell and 2 hard sell per day. We do it daily. So today, for today, we only posted 2 hard sell. Inshallah, at midnight I will post another 1 soft sell. So basically, I'm the one who actually doing the soft sell part. The hard sell part, my students are actually doing it. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, okay, everyone is following us, not just from the students. Okay, so you also you also follow this one. Let me follow you. I follow you from Entrep Week.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, so okay, this is the video. Okay, basically this is the soft sell. I can say that this is soft sell. Soft sell. What I mean about soft sell is that you have a little bit of emotion going on lah. Okay, so but I would suggest that you actually posted, for example, this one video, and then you have another 2 hot soft sell, and then another 1 video, so that it's actually much variety lah. Okay. And I think the rest is hot sell.
This one is from not include the project, madam.
But you get not include. It's already before this. You get 110. So do you get any kind of like followers or maybe your readers when you put the videos in?
When we put the video, the like and view increase.
So what are the things that, because I think this there's one thing that I didn't show you. I didn't teach you this one, but I think in one of my video I actually teach you this one, but you can actually looking at, let me see first which one I put it. Couldn't remember. Last semester managed to actually see this. Teaching material. I don't know where I put it. The PowerPoint. Instagram, yeah, this one. So basically this is what Instagram is all about lah. Instagram is actually more on the function of dialogue between you and your customer. This one is no longer here. Okay, this one is done. Okay. Instagram marketing itu part 2. Okay, so I want to share with you the main types of Instagram, which is photos. If you put it inside the post, it will be forever there. Stories on 24 hours, unless if you put it as a highlight. But I want to, okay. If you put the photo, the reach means that the stranger can reach to you. Okay, can reach to you, and the trust is increased, meaning people see you, and then the trust is increased. With the videos, not so much. Okay, reach trust. This is basically like the photo is actually the function is to reach and also trust. The video is to reach and also to increase trust. the story to trust and also to increase sales. Okay, video is not, it's not easy to create. It needs, if you do the video, I know that you need to take so many takes, and so high engagement. The video is actually very high engagement with your followers, but the photo is not really much. Viral means the virality of your content can go more than your Instagram, can go more to the strangers. Video is actually double, yes. Okay, video means not necessary you just you can do a video like this, but you can also do a video, very simple video from Canva. Let me show you. This is all the ads that my student did. Okay, for example, like this one. Sorry, this is consider video lah. So not necessary you put your face in there, but if you put your face as the seller, for example, you put your face, you put something, for example, like you put your face inside the video, it actually increase more trust. Trust is very important because you want to change your the stranger of your Instagram to become your customer. So the trust must be increased as well. Okay. So the virality within the Instagram market will be double very high when it comes to video. But the story is not so much because this is because of the 24 hours, and only people who follow you can actually see your story. And then casual trust builder, to increase trust, photo is not so much. Video also not, but the story will increase a lot of trust. So story is also playing a very big role lah. Okay, basically on the story is your followers, is for your followers, and photo and video basically for the strangers and also followers. Okay, descriptive caption. Caption means the content of the post under the photo is actually increasing. Okay, and then when it comes to story, it's not so much because you don't put a lot of information in your story. Linkable, meaning do you link with the strangers, with the readers? Not so much when it comes to video and photo, but when it comes to trust, you link with your link when it comes to the engagement lah. So this is the basic concept lah. So okay, so this is the phase of doing contents. First, you need to know the relevant audience. And this one, you start with engagement first. You need to engage first, and then you need to build trust, and then from the trust, you can convert to sales. Okay, so basically, what I can say, this is increasing trust. This is a double yes trust. But this hard sell not it is more on the engagement part with strangers lah, and also your customer who just looking around. And so that's why it is very important to know what kind of function within the Instagram to actually change your you call it your strangers or your readers into loyal customer. Okay, this one is how to produce contents. The number one key when it comes to produce content, I always follow, for example, if I interact with, I always follow big company. Big company, for example, like this is McDonald's. When you can see, this is a teaser, I can say. This is a teaser lah, because half, but also can be hard sell. But this is mostly a little bit on the soft sell part. But as you can see, the way they do a little bit of illustration is very interesting. Then you can actually follow the way they do it. Okay, and then sometimes I go to this one, Forbes, to see how they do their motivation quotes. Okay, and then I applied it within my, what you call it, within my for example like this. So you can actually follow the big Instagram people, for example like Starbucks. I just follow them because I want to know the example of what they how they put their products. Okay, for example, you are selling chicken kan, you are selling biryani. So what is the most popular Instagram when it comes to biryani? Let's see, Vangi. If you ever gone to Vangi, restaurant nasi Vangi. Okay, and then we follow them. Okay, so you see the way, if let's say that this post receive high likes, this is 18, 11, 11. Okay, 121. Okay, so try to copy paste the way they do it. If you have pizza, you can actually stretch it out, and this one is quite nice to look at. If you have different type of fries, and then you can actually assemble your products like this, and then you take a picture. Because photography is also part of the skills, but sometimes we don't have time to go and learn that. You can actually always copy paste other people. Okay, all right. And then creating content also, if you don't know what to put inside the content, for example like this, you can always copy paste. For example, where's your lunch tomorrow? Even though that this one is very simple, there's a question mark there, it actually trigger the engagement. If people see you posting in a question mark or question type of question, they will actually comment. Okay, the same thing like I did within my own Instagram as well. Okay. I think there are so many other, so you can actually follow them to look at how they do their, okay, for example, UNICEF Malaysia, if you do something like this lah, so I follow them. I think most of you follow me. Okay. You can follow and track week. I will follow you again. Okay, so this one is strangers. This is not part of our entrepreneurs, so we follow them because they follow us. Okay. So the way they do their highlights, you can actually copy them how they do it. Even within the contents within this one, you can actually see how they do their content and so on. Okay, if you don't know how to design your content, so that is actually a very good skill. Not copy paste. You can copy paste as long as you don't put their brand inside your content lah. Okay, the viral contents, you need to use hashtag. You need to use the discover tab. Okay, this one, and then try to find the highest hashtag. For example, like biryani. Biryani. Oh, you cannot see here. I need to open my phone to see the hashtag. Okay. So today attendance, I will take it from the Gmeet attendance. Okay. Search for goal posts. Goal posts mean the posts that have received high likes. For example, you are selling, we call it, you are selling fast food. So you can see this one 1,000 something, 2,000 something. So basically, if you compare a video and also just a photo, you can see the difference between engagement. This is 1,500. This one is 2,000 something, and okay, and then you can make it variety when it comes to your post. Okay, make it fun like this one. Okay, of course this one needs a little bit of designing skills and whatever, but you can always put facts. I think there's one group actually put the one fun, not the fact, they are selling masks, but they put the fact from the WHO. Okay. Okay, so you can put the facts that relate to your what we call it, for example, the origin of the food that you are selling. Okay, the history of the recipe, or you can actually what we call it, share some recipe tips to make your biryani become more, just a small tips and all that. So that one is actually engaging. Okay, and not just put the hard sell. And sometimes if you put all the hard sell, the readers or the followers, the readers of Instagram tend to, sometimes they feel like you are bothering them. They actually will spam you. So you need to have some sort of engagement as well with regards to your Instagram. Anyone else wants to ask or wants to share?
Yes, ma'am.
Who said that? Ariji.
Arich. Yes, ma'am.
Click to cards, Sorry,
Yes.
I didn't reply to you. I'm so quite busy nowadays. Okay, so I follow you. Okay. All right. This one is hard sell, What is this? Is there any promotion in this, Ariji?
Ma'am, just we try to promote our whole site, not a particular product on that post. But this one particular post, the last one you opened, the right background.
Okay.
We have some soft sell, we have some hard sell as well.
So you can see
This is-
there is 8
yeah.
views there. Okay, so this one is basically a hard sell,
Yes, ma'am.
So which one is your soft sell?
Ma'am, I'm a bit confused about the soft sell. So the up, can you go up a bit? Yeah, yeah, a bit down. These are the festoons, like the middle one, the cursor where you're.
This one.
Not this one, not this one.
This one.
No,
this one.
Yeah. This one and the upper one and the right one, the dream shopping. No, the right. Yes.
Oh, this one. Okay.
It's cut down. I'll make it okay. Find your dream right from your phone.
So this one is your soft sell lah. Okay, so basically, soft sell is that is something that is different from your business a little bit, but it's still relate. For me, soft sell, the hard sell can actually have the what you call the factor of soft sell. For example, like Deshivon, Deshivon group. Sorry, Vision group kan. They do a video of feeling hungry and all. That video I consider as more on soft sell. If I can give a little bit like percentage, it's like 70 to 30% lah, 70% soft sell, because it triggers emotion. Okay, so if you look at this one, is there any emotion involved? Maybe there is some emotion, but not so much. So basically, I can say this is hard sell around 70%, and 30% is about the soft sell. So you can actually put a soft sell, like for example, facts or maybe fun things. Okay, like meme or maybe jokes around, and then you can actually do some sort of information of the history of using you call it a jacket, or maybe how jacket been found. So this kind of software, you feel like it's not important for your business, but what we are doing in Instagram for this semester is not because of the sales. We are actually trying to build your brand. Brand building is very important to actually attract more strangers to actually become your customers. So in order to attract customers, in order to attract strangers come into your Instagram, you need to give something that they can feel the emotion, we call it connected to your Instagram, not just wanting to buy something. If you are doing a lot of fun facts and whatsoever, some what you call it, some strangers will stick there because they want to know your soft sell rather than your hard sell. But in the meantime, in a long period, when they are being exposed to your hard sell in a long term, there will be a possibility for them to change from strangers to customer, because there is a survey say from 10 times an ads actually what you call it, actually been exposed to you, you will be having around 30% to change from you become a stranger to become the customer of the company. So if you want to know, this is the profile. I can say that try to make it a little bit for example, like this this Interact Week is actually for event management. So we put a lot of motivation for our entrepreneurs and so on. So every business is different when it comes to their soft sell. So you need to that one is considered as your creativity. I cannot think for you lah. Okay, so for example, this one, this is talking about soft skills gained by entrepreneurs, which doesn't necessarily connected to our event things, but we actually give something beneficial for those who wants to know how to become entrepreneurs and so on. Okay, we also do some sort of announcement, and then if let's say we have something like that. Okay, just to make sure that your content is actually varies. Okay, I'm doing this from scratch. I'm doing this from scratch. Same like you. I'm also doing my project from scratch. Okay, so for example, click to cards. You need to find a page that do quite the same like you, but they have a very high engagement. For example, can we see Shopee? Even Shopee have jokes, Even Shopee have comics. And they are not doing all things. So this is soft sell. Okay, this is also soft sell. You can put one of the things that are very important to put to actually increase the trust is your face. Your face as a seller is very important to be put inside the Instagram so that people know there is someone behind the scene. There is someone true, meaning that you are not afraid to put your face in there. Another one is testimony. Okay, testimony from your previous customer is very important. Okay, that's why I actually, when it comes to entrepreneurship, I don't want to actually ask you to become an entrepreneurship, but I do ask my students to do that as well. If you want to know, if you want to go to, I think Pastel. They are doing all. Is it Pastel? Not Pastel. Some of them are not good. Some of them is very good are doing stuff. So try to vary. I think some of you already know from my previous last semester class. You guys already know how to tackle on the soft sell part, but you need to change it into something relatable to your hard sell as well. So you're already done with the SDG. It's quite easy to get 100 followers as well, but very good. It's pudding pudding garu. Okay. Okay. So this group is okay. They are selling something, but they are making it quite colorful lah. And colors is very important. That's why I say if you want to try to stick with the theme. Okay. You can use this. You can use all the photo here, but you can make adjustment in the Canva a little bit. Okay, make a little bit of adjustment. For example, where is it? Oh, Instagram post. Okay. It's quite slow lah today. I don't know why. Okay, for example, one of the things that I adjust a little bit is this one. This one. This one I adjust a little bit. Okay. So you can actually do something and then put the elements in there to make it more interesting to look at. So if you try to do the soft sell as well, I think your followers will be going up a lot.
Ma'am,
Okay.
some for the automatic video, some vertical video we couldn't able to adjust, but some other post, some other videos you can see they are adjusted to the Instagram screen.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can always adjust lah. Not all the advertisement that I receive from my students are adjusted to Instagram posts. What I did is for example, Instagram post, I do it. Okay, not all my students actually giving me the Instagram post size, so I need to edit a little bit. Okay, for example, like this one. As you can see, the size is not that equal to what I want. So what I did is, okay, so I adjust lah. Okay, so I adjust it, and then you can put elements in there. For example, like okay, example like this, to make it more colorful. So Canva is very easy to do. I don't know if you're okay with that, but I do a lot of designs within the Canva. And then you can put your make sure you can put the logo in there. So I put the logo. So you have a good, a very interesting post lah. Okay, something like that lah. So you can always try to adjust lah. But some posts I do that like that, but some posts is not. So it depends. But the colorfulness also will attract your what you call it, your readers to come in and become your followers, because if we put ourselves in the customer shoes lah, you also as customer kan, you don't want to see all hard sell, you want something, you know, interesting, because social media is about searching for information. That one is first. Okay, so for example, if you want to do some sort of soft sell, you can actually put the history of online shopping, which is maybe people don't know so much. Okay, you can take this one as it is, and then but you need to put the source lah, put the source, who is coming from. Okay, and the soft sell, like I say, it depends on what you are selling. For example, history of biryani. So history of biryani. So you can do one soft sell for history of biryani, or maybe what you call it, biryani recipe. If you don't want to give your bread recipe, it's okay, but you can take someone else recipe that receive a lot of good review. For example, this one 800 something, and then we put the sauce coming from here, but you put the biryani recipe, hashtag recipe. Sometimes people who actually searching for recipe within the Instagram will come to your social media and then like you and follow you. Okay, you never know. Always think wider when it comes to getting followers. For example, you just put here, just copy paste this one, put inside the content, and then put the source indianhealthyrecipe.com. That's it. Okay. So any questions so far? Do you clear with regards to soft sell?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
doctor.
All
Could
right.
you
So
please, doctor, to
Yes,
check our account? It's possible.
okay. What is your account?
I'll put it in the comment. It's NA.
Oh, you put in the comment, in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So many of you, Sorry, I couldn't. Scarf. Okay, follow. But this one is talking about critical thinking and creativity lah. Not. You get a lot of followers already.
Yes.
How can you get a lot of followers but you have so little posts? Is this coming from the someone?
No, it's a new account, by the way.
It's a previous account.
No, new account. No,
Oh, it's a new account. Okay,
Yes.
that's good. Okay, what I can see here, this is your business photo, You're not taking from someone else,
Yes.
Okay. So are you an agent from someone?
No, madam. This is my friend's business.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm helping her.
Okay. So so you are an agent for someone lah. One of the benefit of having someone else agent is because they have their own trust when it comes to existing business. Can you become someone agent or you're helping someone else? They have their own customers already. So maybe the customer that's following you is actually their customers. Okay. Maybe they are loyal customers or something. But from what I can see here, your post is very the photography skill is very good lah. And some people wants to follow people who have photography, solid photography skills. Okay, I don't know why, but that's Instagram. Instagram is actually rely heavily on on photography skills, designing skills, because Instagram is equals to photos lah. That's their major goal again. But if you are coming from if you are actually helping someone else, maybe the the customers and also the one who the customers of Scarf, or maybe the one who actually love photography will actually follow you lah. Okay, so you can actually put more when it comes to fun facts. Okay, sometimes meme. Sometimes we'll go and see memes. Meme wearing hijab, for example. Kan? Maybe this is quite racist or something, but I don't think not all memes are racist. You can actually choose a good meme lah. When trying on hijab, how I think I look like, how I actually look like. This is very funny, and then you put inside your Instagram. You can actually put this as well. Okay. So try to variety, but I think your followers is very high. But if you want to, what I want you to test around with regards to this assignment is to test around whether this content is going to trigger a lot of people to come in and all that. Okay, so what I teach you when it comes to teaser and all soft sell and designing. Okay, use heavily on Canva. Don't just get the picture and then post it. Okay, because it's also reflecting your effort as well as the social marketer, the digital marketer. Usually a lot. I use a lot of Canva actually. The Canva is actually the website that is the final phase of my designing. Of course, I'm using Adobe Illustrator as well, but that is only the introductory phase, because my Canva, I share with all my team, my team of 10 members. This Canva can be shared by a team. For example, if you have 5 members team, okay, for example, like this one, where's it? Okay, this one is promotion. So, for example, this specific task you want to share with your other team, you can share here. You can share here, and then you can put their emails so everyone can see. In my case, I share one email. I make one email for this project only, so everyone can actually access by the email.
Madam, can other also edit?
Yes, they can. They can.
Okay, madam.
So,
Madam, can you check our IG, please?
Okay.
KSG Mobile Auto Detailing.
Okay. Macam mana?
Thank you, madam.
Alright. I already follow you in. I follow. Okay, follow already. Okay. Inshallah, next semester I will open the Interact Week to all, not just from my class of entrepreneurship. Okay. Okay. This is soft sell. This is testimony. Testimony, before after. Selepas after, before after. Rewash and polish your car while you relax. This one also is a soft sell that related to your product, to your service. So there is a bit different if you do a little bit of videos and this is a very simple editing in the Canva, but it does give a good look on your service. Before, after. Okay, good. How many of you already? 387 followers. Okay, keep up the good work. It's good. So it's okay to put a lot of hard sell. It's okay. It's just that you need to make it variety when it comes to soft sell as well. For example, like this one is also a soft sell. Okay. Anyone want to check?
Madam, I have question, please.
Mm-hmm.
About hashtags, how many hashtags we can put in one post?
Okay, hashtag for Instagram, how much? Couldn't remember, but there is a limit. Hashtag. Hashtags for Instagram. You can include up to 30 hashtags on a regular post. Up to 10. Hashtag for story is for business. I'm not. A hashtag for story is not for business. It's for business lah. But you are using the function of hashtag within the stories. So story have 10 hashtags, 30 hashtags for the post and the video, the post around here lah. So the one that I share with you is I'm using Tagify apps to actually come up with all the hashtag Okay. Any other question? I couldn't start with the. It's okay lah with the research. Let me start with the research a little bit. Everyone wants to ask anything with regards to Instagram? Okay. You can go to the Interact Week if you want to know lah. This is part of my work as well. Inshallah, I will put more soft sell, but I think my students' advertisement also very colorful. So try to do something like this lah. Okay. You can always try to make it fun a little bit lah. Even though you are selling something, try to make it fun. Okay. If you want to know about the Instagram marketing, you can go to I think there is one video. Later I'm going to share with you the video. Okay. Everyone have your idea on the case study research? Template. Okay, I'll give you the template as well. So when you are doing case study research or this proposal, make sure that you are using this template. So it actually complement the assignment instruction that I gave you. So the table of content here, let me explain to you. Okay. I'm going to teach you using the template. Title, the number one thing I put here, but the title is the last thing when you want to do. Okay, because of why? Because you don't know your IV. IV means independent variable. DV means dependent variable. So now we are doing quantitative. Independent variables is the factor or variables or elements that you are using in your framework can dependent can stay as its own independently. That one I'm going to share later. So this one is the first page. As you can see, there is no page here. I already make a format out of this. Okay, so you can use this template for your research later on, but this template only covers up to, what is it? Chapter 2, Okay. Okay, chapter 1, what is about? Okay, chapter 1 have the background of the study, the overview of case. Okay, can someone share with me what are their research idea? I think some of you already have the idea of doing case, this assignment.
In our group, we did some first draft. So, do we need to share with you?
What is your draft title? What is the initial title? Can you put in the chat box?
Yeah.
Okay, I put in the chat box so I can see what to cover in your chapter 1. Okay. Okay, so for this assignment, we are going to do a case study. What's the meaning of case study? Case study is a situation at a place. Okay, it can be it's not a very general theory concept or whatsoever, but you are doing on a population at some places or something, or location. So it calls case study. Okay. And then you cover just a small population. You not cover many population. For example, Malaysia. You're not covering all of Malaysia. You cover only Klang Valley or maybe only RIUM. You can choose lah. Okay, but you need to have some sort of justification to choose a small population compared to big population. Okay. All right. Investigating the impact of social media advertising values on purchase intention among Facebook users in Malaysia. So basically, I can see that this group have social media advertising values as the independent variables, purchase intention as the dependent variables, and also the Facebook users in Malaysia as their respondent. and the location of the case is in Malaysia. Okay. So in Malaysia, if you this one depending on how easy you can actually reach your respondent. If let's say this is talking about social media advertising, this one is okay to do in the whole population of Malaysia lah. But if you want to actually focus on only Klang Valley, also okay. Okay. In Klang Valley, okay. So I suggest to focus on Klang Valley. All right. So the overview of the case. So the overview of the case is talking about basically talking about the values. Okay, talking about independent variables lah. Talking about independent variables. Talking about the values. What is the for example values, and talking about the IVs. Talking about the DV, just like a introductory what we call it, introductory paragraph, what's going on between the values and also the intention. Is there any link? Maybe you can give an introductory link between AV and also your DV. Okay. Okay, when you are choosing the Klang Valley, so the statistic that I show you here is the, for example, Klang Valley social media users. So if you can find a statistic of saying that social media statistic, the users of social media in Malaysia, for example, so and then you can see that Klang Valley is the highest. So it's actually a good justification to only focus on Klang Valley. All right. Social media penetration statistica. Okay. So this is the statistic. Okay, you can actually include this statistic as a general. If you want to focus only Klang Valley, you can try to find a statistic only talking about Klang Valley. The highest, maybe the highest, for example here, no need to put the, if you cannot find the Klang Valley specific statistic, maybe you can just cite from someone that's saying that Klang Valley have the highest users when it comes to social media. Okay. And then, for example, in Malaysia, you can see that the Facebook, where's the Facebook? The Facebook is the highest, 80.23%. So when it comes to your research, you can as well focus on Facebook only, if you want lah. Because social media is general, kan? If you can focus on the value of the Facebook, that would be okay lah, because every social media platform have their different values. Maybe it will simplify your research. So when you are doing a research, try to simplify as simple as possible to actually help you as a researcher as well. As you can see here, Twitter is very low. Twitter is 4%, but interest Instagram only 1.9. Okay, so you can put lah this statistic and put in the second paragraph. Okay. Detailed problem on the case. What is the problem case? For example, I don't know what's your problem case. I think one of my my ex supervisor, he did a Facebook influence, advertising influence towards consumer behavior or something. So he did that, but he did it in qualitative. What he actually find that the problem, this is just I'm sharing. The problem of using social media is that the users sometimes feel very what do you call it? their privacy has been hijacked. So that's the problem lah, for my supervisor's case. Okay, so if you can find what is the problem, that leads you to come up with the values. What is the problem? Maybe in terms of nudity, immorality, that kind of problem. If you can find and cite it. So basically, when it comes to chapter 1, you cite from news, from newspaper, from statistic. It different from chapter 2. Chapter 2, many of them citing from journals. Okay, you can cite from the newspaper as well. But basically, chapter 1 is talking about the real situation, the real life situation. So whatever real life thing you put in the chapter 1, whatever the past researcher you cite from past journalists and all that, you put in chapter 2. Because chapter 2 is more on the theoretical part. Chapter 1 is talking about the problem that you want to solve. So basically, if you find in social media values, moral value, I don't know, the moral values. I don't know whether you're talking about brand values, because values is very, very wide. Maybe you can actually change a bit when it comes to the values. If you put here advertising values, so social media. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Advertising values. I don't know whether you want to focus on moral values. Is it, Said?
No, ma'am.
Or advertising value lah.
Yeah, we are focusing the informativeness of the advertisement.
What is the possible problem that you come up with these values?
It is the advertising is informative, conveying information about the product.
Okay. So what I can project is the value of the advertising nowadays is very low lah. Is it?
Yeah.
So you need to find something from the newspaper that actually tells that the values is degrading on the advertising nowadays on the social media. They can put everything, for example, a testimony that sounds very fake and all that. Support it with a real case problem lah, from the newspaper, for example, like Business Insider or maybe New Straits Times, a very trusted sources lah. Don't cite, for example, a blog. Basically, a blog is not really recommendable. So, okay. For example, a ResearchGate, this journal you put it under chapter 2. So basically in chapter 1, you put the news, the Bloomberg maybe, Science Direct this one is a journal. So lifemarketing.com. This is also research. MDGA advertising. I don't know. Sounds promising, this one. Okay. So you can actually try to find a solid problem. Find only one solid problem. Don't find many problems, because when it comes to your research, it's very important to know what is the main problem. We don't want any sub problems. The sub problem can come with the main problem, but some student, they put a lot of problems until we examiner, we don't know what is the problem you want to solve. So you must actually hold on to one major problem that actually trigger your IVs, especially your IV and DV. So the problem must be related to your IV, related to your DV. Okay, but when it comes to research, the problem comes first, then your IV and DV. But if you come with the IV first and the DV first, you want to focus on that, it's okay. But you need to go back find a relatable problem. This is not a really ethical way of doing research lah, but it is recommendable you find the problem first, then you come up with IV and DV. But if you already have IV and DV, then you want to find a problem, make sure that the problem is relatable lah to your IV and DV. Okay. And the fourth paragraph is talking about the definition a little bit. Just a summarized definition of your IVs and DVs, talking about what is your IVs and DVs. So basically on the background of study, basically that's it lah. Any question with regards to background of study?
Madam, I want to give an example. If, for example, we want to decide that our IV is the marketing mix and our DV is the service quality. Is the service quality? Is it okay after we set that first and we try to find the problem after that?
So what I would suggest is that you go and try to find a framework from someone from previous researcher. You just adapt lah. No need to change the framework. And then, for example, service quality cannot be the DV. Service quality cannot be the DV because service quality have its own measurement. Service quality.
Okay, madam.
So basically, many students actually love to use, this is one of the hot topic lah, service quality. Service quality should be the IV lah, the IV. Okay, this is the components. They have tangibility, reliability, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy. So basically, as you can see, this one, So service quality basically connected to customer satisfaction, customer loyalty, something like that lah. That one is service quality framework. But I don't want you to go and add things because you are just starting your research. So one of the things that I think when it comes to site, they are using theory of plan behavior. They are using this theory of behavior. This is IV. This is this is actually a moderating, but they change it into dependent variable, which is okay, and they don't take the behavior part. Okay, so they use this. I don't know. They might change it. Is it side? You will change this one, right? Because you are using values,
Yes.
Okay, so you can use a combination of theories, but if you want to make it simple for this assignment, you just go and, for example, you want to take this TPB, but you want to eliminate the DV, it's okay lah. This one is DV. This is the original TPB. There are so many other theory as well that you can find inside the, and you can also adapt from other people framework as well. Okay. Okay, so from the Faradina, what you want to, what is your IV, you say?
Marketing mix.
Marketing mix. Okay, marketing mix. Marketing mix is 4 piece.
Yes.
I don't know whether marketing mix is a theory, but I'm not really sure if, let's say, there are other, but you can always go to Google Scholar and see. And marketing is also already evolved, right? Not just 4 right now. It's already like 7 something. 7 components. Marketing mix. Okay. Try to find something about that is actually doing a case study. Okay. E-marketing mix, rethinking, planning. Okay. Not many doing this one. This one is McDonald. Brand switching competition. The keywords. IRS. Where's the PDF? Okay, PDF. So you can go to Google Scholar and see lah whether they have the for example, McDonald's have 7 P's. So marketing is already evolved. Instead of using 4 P's, they already have 4 P's. Okay. So if let's say, I think there is one thing when it comes to before this, I see customer satisfaction being related to the marketing mix. Maybe you can use marketing mix to customer satisfaction. If let's say you can find corporate image. This one is talking about marketing mix towards brand equity, and then you can put the brand equity as a DV. Okay, but this one talking about brand. McDonald's talking about brand. So this is not a model. So, this one is the star cash cow thingy, market share. Okay, so try to find, try to go to Google Scholar. You can start with the framework as well. You can start with the problem as well. But to make it easier, I think you can start with the model. Find a Google Scholar, within the Google Scholar, find a case. Then you just copy paste. For example, I don't know, social media, Facebook, framework. Online engagement factors on Facebook, brand marketing via Facebook, investigation, marketing mix, brand equity, and purchase intention. So it's okay to just use a very complicated framework that you get from someone. Okay, it's okay, but try to make it, for example, like this one is social media communication towards, so this one is moderating. Okay, maybe you can take only this part. IVDV. This one is brand image equity, VBE, commitment, brand equity. This is purchase intention. All right.
Madam, does it mean we need to only have like one IV and one DV in our
Okay, the IV, there's no limitation of how many IV you want to have, but the relationship should be very direct.
Okay.
I don't want to you have MV or whatever. For example, in chapter 2, like this. Okay. Very direct. Whether you have 3, like TPB have 3 only, it's okay. If you have 5 or 7, if you want to put all 7 P's toward customer satisfaction or maybe brand image, also okay. Okay. I just teach you on the basic, what to put inside the chapter 1, chapter 2, that's it. And then when you are doing your research, then you want to do more contribution of your framework later on, at least you know the basic already, and you're not actually putting trash. You're not putting trash inside your chapter 2 and chapter 1. When chapter 2 and your chapter 1 and chapter 2 is solid, you don't have problem with the rest of your research. Okay, chapter 3 is easy. Chapter 3 is talking about methodology, and that one you copy paste to someone thesis. No need to worry. But this one is talking about your basic idea. Okay. So try to find the idea first. Maybe you can actually find from the Google and then come up with a very simple model from this one to this one. Okay, from IV to DV, and then inshallah next week you can actually ask me about it. Okay, and then make sure you try to find a solid way of doing things. Okay, and for me, it's research. It's not like you are following the step by step. Sometimes you can go back. You can start chapter 2 first. Some people start chapter 1 first. Some people start chapter 2 first. It doesn't matter. As long as you know the flow of your research. Okay. So at the end of after I actually teach everything with this, I will teach you on the formatting part later on. Okay. So you just take this template and then you just fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. Fill in the things here. So chapter. Okay. So we already start with the background of study, and then later on I'm going to do with the problem statement and so on. Okay. All right. Any questions so far?
Madam, actually the best way for us to find a good topic is actually to find the problem first, is it?
Yeah, should be like that lah. For me, when it comes to research, this is my perspective lah. If you have a very solid problem, then you can actually, for example, your problem is talking about the advertising value, and then you want to find a framework that connects to the problem. So it's okay lah. So at least you have a problem. Sometimes when people come up with the framework, they don't find the problem. They cannot find the problem. So for me, problem start first, then you try to find the framework that relates to the problem. For me like that lah. It's actually much safer lah. Rather than you come up with the framework first, then you find the problem. Sometimes you cannot find the problem. The examiner say you do not have any contribution. Why you want to do the research? There is no rigid justification. There is no solid reason why you want to do the research.
Thank you, madam. Very clear.
Okay. So try to find a problem first, then you can find the framework from the previous case study, previous research that you can adapt into your problem. Okay. So any question?
Madam, how to differentiate the symptoms and the problem? Yeah? Sometimes it is not the problem of the something, right? It's just a symptom. So how to differentiate that?
Okay, I'll give you an example of some student, they actually come up with a very general problem. For example, economic decrease. But you are talking about the we call it advertising value, but you are actually putting the economic decrease. That is not the real problem. It's just the symptoms of your main problem, which is you do not define it. Okay, of course you will have a problem after problem after problem. For example, if the companies nowadays are immoral, for example, they are doing a lot of bribery and all. The main problem is the investors start to take out their investment. That's the main problem. And then after that, when the investment is lower, so the economy will be down. So from my experience becoming an examiner, some students, they put the bigger problem. The main problem they don't put. So the bigger problem is the symptoms of your main problem. So you must find the main problem. For example, you're talking about McDonald's sales going down, sometimes talking about their brand image and whatsoever. So if you are doing a case of Facebook, so your main problem must relate to the Facebook. Must relate to the Facebook, must relate to the IV and also the DV. So the problem is actually relating the IV, DV, and also your respondent as well. Okay, that's why I say if you come up with a problem first, it's much safer. And try to find a very detailed problem rather than a very general problem like economic downturn or maybe stiff competition. Of course, like stiff competition is stiff competition. Everywhere have stiff competition. But what is the real problem? For example, like instead of stiff competition, talking about the lower brand image of the company, that kind of thing is actually much more convincing compared to you're talking about stiff competition as the problem. Okay, all right.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam.
Right. So any other question? So try to come up with a problem. That one is you need to find it first, and then you can actually come up with the IV find a framework for the problem. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think that's all. I'm going to take your attendance through Gmail. I don't know lah, the time is down already. Okay. So that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. You can stay if you want to ask me face to face. Okay, I will leave I will stop the recording. Okay, all right.
Thank you, madam.
All right.
Thank you, madam.
All right, welcome.